Hi, Jonathan here with the 7th round of the February Legacy Challenge, which is the final round. I'm up against Miracles again, the third time in the tournament. I don't think I know that before the match. I'm keeping a somewhat risky hand with 3 creatures and only 1 cantrip, 2 fetches though, so my Nimble Mongooses will get Threshold earlier. I think this is a fine keep regardless of what you expect to be facing. And yeah, my opponent also keeping the 7, yes. So just playing the Delta, not doing anything. My opponent has Arid Mesa, which is good because I have the Cypher. Here I think I fetched the wrong land. Yeah, I should fetch Tropical here because I want to cast Nimble Mongoose without shuffling. If there's good cards on top of my library with the Ponder. No reason not to cast the Ponder because I only have the Stifle. The Ponder is not great, but it's decent. I would like to draw another land at some point because I have True Name. I definitely like to draw the Wasteland, and I don't really want the 4th creature. So Nimble Mongoose 3rd, Strand 2nd, and Wasteland 1st. My opponent is not doing anything, I think. Volcanic, great. Given I just drew the Wasteland. I draw the 3rd land, which is reasonable, I think, especially with True Name in hand. So I blow up the Volcanic in combat because I want to play Nimble Mongoose this turn. I'm going to fetch anyway because I don't want to draw the 3rd Mongoose. And given that I don't spend the mana otherwise, because I only have the 1 Stifle again, I can just do it here. So yeah, I didn't have to pay for my mistake of fetching Volcanic first, which is almost always what you want to do, but here we have a rare exception. Stifle, my opponent's Arid Mesa, blowing up 2 lands, and now they're left with basic plains. I cast Nimble Mongoose main phase because if my opponent is going to force that and only need to cast Lightning Bolt to get to 7 cards in my graveyard. Otherwise I would also have to activate the Flooded Strand. My opponent is not going to force though, so I attack and I bolt them and activate the Strand to put them on a much more aggressive clock. My opponent is mana screwed and I really want to exploit that. So this is if my opponent fetches or activates cast Force a 2-turn clock. And my opponent has Engineered Explosives. They don't have another land, they don't know the top cards. So I'm gonna attack here and then play True Name Nemesis. They need to find a land to not be dead, or draw Terminus and have Force. And otherwise they're just dead on board. And they do draw the Blind Terminus, which is really scary because I'm going to force, and if they're going to force back, I'm going to be dead basically because I'm down so many cards. I cast Lightning Bolt to the face. Force, I was on the play, and fortunately though they don't have the Force, so I just attack them and they're dead. This is one of the more typical Canadian Threshold games where you just have the random Stifle Wasteland combination and your opponent doesn't do anything ever. Usually it involves more mana screw, like another Wasteland, another Stifle, maybe both. But once you start blowing up like 3-4 lands, this really does happen a lot, that your opponent just doesn't do anything. And yeah, this was a quick game with the turn 4 Threshold at Nimble Mongoose. Thank you very much for watching and see you for game 2.